Hey, happy Wednesday, family and friends, patients, people I've never met, whoever you guys are today. Hope this finds you and encourages you right now. I just know there's a lot of craziness going on. We're hearing all kinds of reports, numbers. I know I've put out a lot of stuff here recently and lately. We're starting to see some of the numbers starting to drop. There's a lot of grumblings going on around about what's really going on. I'm going to leave that to the experts. I will put stuff up for sure when I see it and I hear it, when I see injustices going on, and when I see people saying that the ERs are overflowing, and yet I'm getting different reports. I will make sure that you guys know that. As far as the office goes, if you're a patient, we're still open. We're there. This is Wednesday. We're there 3 to 6 this afternoon. Thursday, we'll be there 3 to 6 as well. We're also starting to see some people that are wanting to get on track with their life. So some new patients that have been coming through more recently. So if that's you, if you and your family want to come get checked up and get organized from a nerve system standpoint, I'm going to talk about chiropractic here on the backside of it. And about what chiropractic can do for you during this time and how it can keep your body strong and healthy. But if that's you, if you're here in Charlotte, you want to come in and get checked up, just type the word consult, text it to that number that you see on the screen, and we'll get you set up for a chance to come in and get checked up. We've already saw about 4 or 5 people this week that wanted to come in and start getting checked up. Patients have been returning after being locked up here for a little bit. We're still open. The governor still sees us as essential. My whole goal through the whole thing is to keep people healthy, healing, functioning well, and of course, pain and ache free too. So if you're out there, if you haven't been in the office in a while, it's time to get back on track. I do want to transition for you guys though. If you guys have any questions for me whatsoever, just let me know. I'm going to give you a little bit of my testimony about how I got into chiropractic, but I want to give you guys the 4 concepts of what chiropractic is. One of my mentors, Christopher Kent, Dr. Christopher Kent, he actually is a teacher, professor down at Sherman College of Chiropractic now. Amazing man. I listened to him for years, even on cassette tapes. That tells you how long he's been a mentor of mine. And earlier this year, I had a chance to meet him in person, which was a great treat for me. He's been really great in my growth as a chiropractor and as a human being and understanding how the human body works. He's a scientist. He knows politics. I mean, the guy is just amazing. But what got me into chiropractic is I had really bad asthma and allergies when I was a kid. So bad that sometimes the pollen that you guys see in the air right now, that would have destroyed me. But thank God, when I was a kid, my mom took me to doctors and they gave me the drugs, they gave me the stuff, gave me the inhalers that would help me to breathe. But of course, when I took the inhalers, it didn't fix the problem. All it did was cover up the symptoms. And of course, you guys know all medicines come with what? Side effects. And the side effects of the inhaler was it started causing headaches. So when I was 13 years old, 12 years old, I started having these headaches. My mom took me back to the doctor. And of course, they gave me medicines, Tylenol and aspirin, just to kind of help hide the symptoms. And when I started taking lots of Tylenol and aspirin, though, it started eating a hole in my stomach. I started having stomach ulcers. So at 17 years old, my mom took me back to the doctor again. And of course, the medicines they gave me for that was they gave me ulcer medications, acid reflux medications. And that then in turn threw off my digestive system. So it was one thing after another after another. And finally, when I was 21 years old, I was in my 3rd year of University of Iowa. I was pre-med, pre-physical therapy. I didn't know which direction I wanted to go, but my academic advisor said to me, she goes, listen, you should just go see my chiropractor. And I said, why would I go see a chiropractor? I don't have neck pain. I don't have back pain. I don't understand. And she says, listen, 99% of chiropractors work with neck pain and back pain, and they're pretty good with it. But she goes, but 1% of chiropractors work with the healing power that God put inside your body. Your body was designed to heal itself. And if it's not healing itself, something's blocking that ability to be able to heal. And I was skeptical, but I went to the chiropractor. He took x-rays of me, did scans of me, and I found that I had massive pressure on my nerve system at the top. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. And that blockage, that area was not allowing my brain to communicate with my body the way that it should and could. And so it was disrupting the normal functions. And so he said, basically, he goes, if I start adjusting this, your body should get healthier and it should heal. And I thought it was crazy, but I went, I tried it. And thank God I did, because within about 3 months, I came off of all 4 of my medications and haven't taken another medication since. 24 years, not another med. This pollen doesn't kill me. You can wipe it on my face next time you see me if you want to test it out. But I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for the lifestyle it's given me. Thankful that my kids have been able to grow up with no drugs, no antibiotics, no vaccines, no drugs, no nothing in their body, 100% purely who God made them to be. And I'm excited about that. We see a lot of our patients that have adapted that lifestyle as well. And that's what makes us not afraid of the virus. We're smart with it, but we know that the only thing you can do to really protect yourself from the virus is make sure that you take care of the host, because we all have multiple viruses, multiple bacteria, parasites in our bodies at all time. The only people that it can overtake and overrun are people that have a weakened immune system, have a weakened body, that have that's why you're seeing these people with pre-existing conditions. You're seeing people that are already sick or frail, or older people, or people that have colds or sicknesses or cancers or heart disease or diabetes or COPD, or they're smokers or whatever it is. That's why you're seeing this, because viruses aren't going to kill you if you're healthy. Bacteria is not going to kill you if you're healthy. It doesn't happen that way. That's not the way that God designed us, not even for 1 second. And so what you need to start to understand is that the body was designed to heal itself. And when I went to the chiropractor 24 years ago, he started adjusting me. And I thank God for that moment every single day. It's created this lifestyle. And so do we still need to be smart, wash our hands? Are we doing the social distancing thing? We're doing all those things. We're taking the precautions, all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, there's personal responsibility in all of this. And that means you, if you're listening to this, you have to take better care of yourself. It's the food you eat. It's the things that you listen to, the news that you listen to constantly, the Facebook posts that you watch. It's all those things. And so what you need to do is you need to strengthen your healing from the inside. And so like I said, I told you I was going to go into a little bit of teaching today. I want to take you through the 4 concepts of chiropractic. And this is by Christopher Kent. And I love this. It just makes a lot of sense to me. And I think he got it from one of his mentors. And the first one is the body is a healing mechanism. So he says, the body is self-healing mechanism. Cut your finger and it heals. But if you cut a corpse, if you cut a dead body's finger, it doesn't heal. And so essentially what he's saying here is life heals. The only way that your body can heal, it's not from a medicine. It's not from a Band-Aid. The body has to heal itself. And so when you get a cut, it heals because you have life inside of you. And so the body is a self-healing mechanism. It wants to survive. It wants to be able to thrive. It wants to adapt. It wants to take care of itself. Number 2, pretty simple. The nerve system is the master system of the body. And every aspect of the human response and human experience is processed through the nervous system. So I want you to think about what that means right now. Every aspect of the human experience is processed through the nerve system. You can't think without the nerve system. You cannot speak without the nerve system. You cannot feel emotion without the nerve system. You cannot have an immune system without the nerve system. You cannot digest the food that you ate for breakfast without the nerve system. You cannot process and make new cells without the nerve system. The nervous system is king over the body. The nervous system is the master system of the body. Number 3 is when there is interference with the function of the nerve system, not only can it compromise your physical well-being, I want you to listen to this, but it also can have psycho-emotional consequences because it distorts your perception of the world and limits your ability to respond to the environment. When this happens to a significant number of people in our society, you have a sick society. So we're talking about whenever you interfere, when there's interference with the function of the nerve system, it limits the body's ability to be able to express and receive thoughts. And it doesn't, if there's interference, it cannot adapt, it cannot heal, it cannot do what it needs to do to function at the highest level that it's supposed to be able to function at. And so when there's interference with that function of the nerve system, it limits the body. When it happens to many, many people, now all of a sudden you have a sick society because there's many people that they're not functioning on the levels that they need to. Now, I'll add something in here. What causes that interference with the function of the nerve system? We call it in chiropractic 3 T's: traumas, thoughts, and toxins. Stress. These are stressors. Traumas are physical stressors. How you're sitting at your computer, the inactivity that you're getting, slips and falls, car accidents. These are all things that cause stress or damage within your world, right? There's thoughts, emotional stress, watching the news, watching CNN, getting too much garbage off of Facebook or social media, right? All these things. So there's emotional stress, emotional thoughts. And then, and maybe I'll go into a whole nother talk later on about this more in depth. Number 3, that is chemical stress. And how are we being exposed to chemical stress? Well, chemical stress is in our foods. It's in our cleaning supplies. There's a guy spraying a lawn right next door to me right now. He's putting chemicals out there. These are chemicals. They affect our bodies in one way or another. And that can put stress into our body where there can be interference with the way that the spine's lined up. It's supposed to line up in a straight position with the bones stacked straight on top of each other. When you lose that structure or that function, now it starts to limit the body's ability to be able to express life through it. Number 4, and last but not least, as a chiropractor, basically what I do as a chiropractor is I locate and I correct the cause of this interference. It's as simple as that. People say to me, oh my gosh, you helped us get pregnant. You helped my depression go away. You helped my anxiety go away. You helped my kid with their ADD, ADHD. You helped me reverse cancer and diabetes. We've seen people reverse with heart disease. We've seen people that were sick constantly that got well faster. And so they say, oh my gosh, you did that to me. And it's like, no, I don't do it. I locate, I correct the interference, and I allow your body, remember what number 1 was, the body is a self-healing mechanism. Life heals. You already have the life. You're the one that does the healing. What I get a chance to do is I get to locate and correct that interference and stop that interference from blocking how your brain can communicate with your body. And that's about as simple as I can possibly put it. I love that I had a chance to read that the other day and go through that. Again, all credit goes to Dr. Christopher Kent. I know he got it from one of his mentors. But I just want to let you guys know that today, if you have or you're concerned that your body's not working at the highest level, like I said from the beginning, you can worry about everybody else, but the only person that you can really influence is your mind and your body. And so your mind and body is everything. And so as long as you're eating good foods, thinking good thoughts, getting adjusted on a regular basis, making sure that your body is without interference, that's the key. If you're out here, if you live in Charlotte and you haven't had a chance, just so you guys know, we are still safe, open. We're cleaning like crazy. We're using CDC standards, making sure that everything is clean and clear and making sure that we're taking care of people. And so if you want to come into the office, you haven't been in a long time, or if you've never been in, just text this word consult to this number and we'll get you set up for an exam this week where we can check out and see, okay, what's going on. We'll keep our social distance and we'll make sure that we take care of you when you come in, and we'll make sure that you come in at a time where it's not too crazy. We're trying to space it out so there's not too many people that are congregating in the office. We're trying to be mindful for what the CDC standards and the state standards are. Love you guys, appreciate you guys. Hope you guys are well. We'll see you guys soon.